Doctors are stunned. These two herbs lower blood sugar just as well as medication. Most people don't realize that certain natural herbs can be just as effective as diabetes drugs, without the side effects. But almost no one is using them. Today, I'm revealing two powerful herbs that have been scientifically proven to lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. And the second one? It may actually help repair damaged insulin receptors. The first one? Berberine. If you've never heard of berberine, you're not alone. It's a bioactive compound found in plants like golden seal, barberry, and tree turmeric. But here's what's shocking. Multiple studies have found that berberine can lower blood sugar levels just as effectively as metformin, one of the most commonly prescribed diabetes drugs. And unlike metformin, which can cause nausea, digestive issues, and vitamin B12 deficiencies, berberine works naturally with your body to improve insulin function without those side effects. So how does it work? Berberine targets the root cause of high blood sugar, insulin resistance. It activates an enzyme called AMPK, which is basically your body's metabolic master switch. When AMPK is turned on, your cells become more efficient at using glucose, which lowers blood sugar levels naturally. But here's where it gets even better. Berberine doesn't just help lower blood sugar in the moment. It actually helps repair insulin receptors, making your body more responsive to insulin over time. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that people who took 1,500 milligrams of berberine daily saw a significant reduction in fasting blood sugar, post-meal glucose spikes, and even A1C levels. That's huge. And it's not just one study. A review of 27 different clinical trials confirmed that berberine is effective at lowering blood sugar, reducing insulin resistance, and even improving cholesterol levels. Now, here's something most people get wrong. Taking berberine the wrong way can actually make it less effective. For berberine to work best, you need to take it at the right time and in the right dose. The most effective dose for blood sugar control is around 500 milligrams, 3 times a day, preferably before meals. Why before meals? Because berberine helps slow down carbohydrate digestion, reducing the glucose spike you get after eating. And here's another mistake most people make. They give up on berberine too soon. Unlike prescription meds, which may work immediately, berberine takes time to build up in your system. Studies show that it can take up to 12 weeks to see the full effects, so consistency is key. But what if you don't want to take it in supplement form? Good news, you can actually get berberine naturally through certain foods. Plants like barberry, Oregon grape, and golden seal all contain natural berberine, and brewing tea from these plants can be another way to add it to your routine. Now, berberine alone is already powerful, but when combined with the second herb, the effects get even stronger. The second herb? Cinnamon. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, yeah, I've heard about cinnamon before, here's what most people don't know. Not all cinnamon is the same, and using the wrong type could actually be dangerous. Cinnamon contains a compound called cinnamaldehyde, which has been shown to mimic insulin and enhance glucose uptake by cells. In other words, cinnamon helps your body move sugar out of your bloodstream and into your cells faster, lowering blood sugar levels naturally. But here's where it gets interesting. Studies show that cinnamon doesn't just lower blood sugar after a meal, it actually improves insulin sensitivity over time. A study published in Diabetes Care found that people who consumed just 1 to 6 grams of cinnamon daily saw a 29% reduction in fasting blood sugar. And another study found that cinnamon can slow down the digestion of carbohydrates, reducing post-meal blood sugar spikes by up to 30%. That means if you eat carbs with cinnamon, you'll actually absorb sugar more slowly, avoiding those big glucose spikes that lead to crashes and cravings. But, and this is a big but, most people are using the wrong type of cinnamon. There are 2 main types of cinnamon, Ceylon cinnamon and cassia cinnamon. Most of the cinnamon you find in grocery stores is cassia cinnamon, which contains high levels of coumarin, a compound that in large amounts, can be toxic to the liver. Ceylon cinnamon, on the other hand, is known as true cinnamon and has all the benefits without the risk. If you're going to use cinnamon for blood sugar control, make sure you're using Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia. So how do you actually use cinnamon effectively? The easiest way? Just add it to your meals. Sprinkle Ceylon cinnamon on oatmeal, Greek yogurt, smoothies, or even coffee. If you take it in supplement form, look for a dose of 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams per day. And here's a bonus tip. Combining cinnamon with berberine amplifies their effects. They both work in different ways to lower blood sugar, so when taken together, the results are even more powerful. Now you might be wondering, how fast do these herbs actually work? Will you see results immediately, or does it take time? The answer? It depends. Some people notice lower blood sugar readings within a few days, while others take a few weeks to see a significant difference. The key is consistency. And most importantly, these herbs work best when paired with the right diet and lifestyle changes. That's why I'm about to share a critical mistake that most diabetics make when trying to lower blood sugar. Because even if you use berberine and cinnamon, if you're still making this one mistake, you're sabotaging your results without even realizing it. Most people assume that if they're eating the right foods and taking the right supplements, their blood sugar should naturally come down. But here's the problem. There's a huge mistake that many diabetics make without realizing it, and it's sabotaging their results every single day. What is it? Ignoring hidden blood sugar triggers in everyday foods. You could be taking berberine, cinnamon, eating healthy, and still struggling because of one simple thing you're overlooking. And the biggest culprit? Refined carbs disguised as healthy options. Take oatmeal, for example. Most people think it's a great breakfast choice for diabetics. And yes, plain, unsweetened steel-cut oats can be fine in moderation. But most oatmeal brands on store shelves, packed with added sugar, artificial flavors, and high glycemic ingredients that spike blood sugar. Even so-called healthy flavored oatmeals can have up to 20 grams of sugar per serving. Same goes for whole wheat bread. Most people assume it's better than white bread, but the truth is, many brands of whole wheat bread spike blood sugar just as fast as white bread. Why? Because they're highly processed and stripped of fiber. And don't even get me started on low-fat yogurts. They're marketed as healthy, but most are loaded with hidden sugars and artificial ingredients that do way more harm than good. Now, here's the good news. The right diet combined with berberine and cinnamon can create a powerful blood sugar lowering effect. So let's talk about how to actually use these herbs in your daily routine the right way. If you want to get the most out of berberine, here's what you need to do. First, timing is everything. The best way to take berberine is before meals, 3 times a day, at a dose of 500 milligrams per serving. Taking it before meals helps slow the breakdown of carbohydrates, reducing the post-meal blood sugar spike. Second, stack it with healthy fats and fiber. If you're eating a meal that contains carbs, pair it with fiber, protein, and healthy fats. For example, instead of just having rice, mix in some avocado, olive oil, or vegetables. This combination slows digestion, so your blood sugar rises gradually instead of spiking. Third, be consistent. One of the biggest mistakes people make with berberine is expecting instant results. Studies show that it can take up to 12 weeks to see maximum benefits. So if you don't notice an immediate drop in blood sugar, don't stop, keep going. And if you really want to supercharge the effects, combine berberine with cinnamon. Cinnamon works differently than berberine. While berberine activates AMPK and improves insulin sensitivity, cinnamon slows down carbohydrate digestion and helps glucose enter your cells faster. That's why stacking them together creates a powerful, two-pronged approach to lowering blood sugar. So how should you use cinnamon daily? The easiest way is adding Ceylon cinnamon to your meals. Sprinkle it on oatmeal, coffee, smoothies, or Greek yogurt. You can even add it to chicken, curries, or roasted vegetables for a slightly sweet, warm flavor. And if you prefer supplements, look for Ceylon cinnamon capsules at a dose of 500 milligrams to 1,000 milligrams per day. Now, if you really want to take it up a notch, here's an advanced strategy: cinnamon before meals and berberine after meals. Why? Because cinnamon preps your body to process sugar more efficiently, while berberine helps manage glucose after digestion. That means fewer spikes, better insulin sensitivity, and more stable energy levels throughout the day. And here's one more trick: combining cinnamon with apple cider vinegar. Apple cider vinegar has been shown to lower fasting blood sugar and reduce post-meal glucose spikes. When paired with cinnamon, it can amplify blood sugar control even further. Just mix 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in a glass of water, add a sprinkle of cinnamon, and drink it before meals. Now, let's answer the big question: how fast do berberine and cinnamon work? For some people, the effects start within a few days. Blood sugar levels drop, energy improves, and post-meal spikes become less intense. For others, it takes a few weeks of consistent use before they see major changes. And if you really want the fastest results, the key is combining these herbs with the right diet. Because here's the truth: no supplement will fix a bad diet. If you're still eating processed junk, refined carbs, and excess sugar, berberine and cinnamon can only do so much. But when you pair them with whole foods, fiber-rich meals, and smart carb choices, that's when you get the biggest impact. So let's recap everything. First, berberine is one of the most powerful natural compounds for lowering blood sugar, proven to work as well as metformin. The best way to take it: 500 milligrams, 3 times a day before meals. Second, cinnamon isn't just a spice, it's a blood sugar stabilizer, but only if you're using Ceylon cinnamon, not cassia. Third, pairing these herbs with the right foods makes all the difference. If you're eating high glycemic processed foods, you're working against your results. And finally, the fastest way to see improvements is by stacking berberine, cinnamon, and smart dietary choices together. That's what gives you consistent energy, better blood sugar control, and long-term results. But here's the thing: even if you do everything right, there are still hidden foods that might be secretly spiking your blood sugar without you even realizing it. And that's why I'm leaving a video on the screen right now that reveals even more diabetes tips most people don't know about. Click the video and watch it now. I'll see you there.